welcome, everybody to, I believe this is episode 32. I forget.
How'd that happen?
Welcome to another episode of Cryptid Conversations. As usual, I'm caster MJ, and along with me, I have Deadly.
Hello.
As well as Ian.
What's up?
Deadly, do you always have that little dash in front of your name? I never noticed that until now.
Yeah, I've been doing that. It's a little.
You've been that's your okay. All right.
That's since we started doing the live streams. Since I've had StreamYard, yeah.
Gotcha. Is that your name in Discord now or no?
No.
Okay. All right. Now that we cleared that up, before we get started on our topics, as usual, I like to just remind everybody that the podcast is sponsored by Immortal Workshop. So if you are shopping for Metazoo product, please use the link in the description below. It's an affiliate link for Immortal Workshop, and that will give you a nice little discount there. Let's see. We have a giveaway going. Yeah, right there. We have a giveaway going that should be ending any minute.
Like right now?
We have 2 minutes. So we need to stall for 2 minutes and then we could announce the winner. There's more entries than I thought there was. This morning there was like 70. Now we're at like 91.
Woof.
Ooh, 91 potential.
Yeah. And actually, as you guys know, the giveaway was for 250 subscribers. We're already surpassed 260. So doing the giveaway got us more than announcing that we needed to get to. You know what I mean? Like
that's always how it works.
It's like we're now in it and we're getting more people than we needed to reach our goal to get the giveaway going.
And, after the giveaway's done, you'll lose a few.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. It's all right. It's all right. So, I know my value. What's that? Deadly froze on us, huh?
Giveaway going to be next week.
The next giveaway?
Yeah, just keep it rolling.
What do you feel like giving away, Deadly?
What does everybody want?
You?
One of those guitars in the background. Where's your cat? Give away one of your cats.
I want 36 minutes with you.
Yeah. Deadly.
No, nobody wants that.
During lunchtime at the Flame Tower, 30 minutes alone with Deadly.
Yeah. 7 minutes of heaven, right?
See, exactly.
And then 23 minutes of awkwardness.
Oh man! All right, well, we should be getting a winner here any freaking minute, literally.
Are we just gonna sit here and wait?
Well, it says at 9:34, and it's 9:34, so I don't know what's taking so long now at this point. We should have a.
So while we wait for that, I have to ask: is this true? Somebody pulled an eBay tarot out of a Target blister?
It sounds like he himself.
Yeah. They had the tarot card behind the pack.
Yeah. And it was an eBay one?
Oh, I don't. I think they were all sold on eBay, so technically they're all eBay tarot cards.
The recent set is the Target ones. So the eBay ones would have been the ones from last fall, the ones that are not supposed to be
resold.
Yeah.
Well, our winner came in. It's now official.
Who is it? Is it me? Did I win?
It is actually somebody from another pro team. They play for the Golden Inks, and their name on Discord is Bum.
Bum.
The Bum won.
Bum.
What's up, Caleb?
There you go. No, congrats on winning. Reach out to me on Discord with your information, and I'll make sure that you get your product there. That'll be shipped out via Immortal Workshop. So thank you, Immortal Workshop, for the giveaway. And thanks, Bum, for viewing and being a part of the giveaway.
That Immortal Workshop guy's a good guy.
He's all right. He's decent. I like him. sometimes. But
he means well.
exactly. John, I love you. I'm just kidding. I'm in love with you, John.
What?
No, did I say that? I'm sorry. Well, anyway, our topics for this week, there are a few, and then there's even a few that are unlisted that we are going to be talking about probably. One of them I'm very curious about because we almost started talking about it before going live, and I kind of made us stop talking about it so we could talk about it on the live stream. But the first thing I want to talk about actually is the mobile convention.
Yeah.
So I thought it was an interesting post that I kind of wasn't really expecting, I guess. It wasn't news that I was looking forward to, or like, I was kind of surprised when it happened in a way.
You knew they were working on it though, right?
I knew they were working on it. I wasn't sure what to expect from it though. And I wasn't expecting it to happen like next week or this week or, anything like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it was kind of just like, bam, here it is randomly type of thing. And it's even more random because they said, this is just my opinion, that it's going to like cryptid conventions and things like that. And they just canceled the cryptid convention. so I found it. They canceled they didn't go to the Hodag Fest for the tower and everything. So
the van wasn't ready.
The van wasn't ready, but I just thought it was like a little random that they just dropped it right after that type of thing, But yeah, I kind of want to get your guys' opinion on it. All we really got is a picture and
look at the food truck.
A message. It's kind of what it looks like in a way. It looks like a little trailer type of thing. But yeah, tell me your opinions.
I'd eat a Hodag hot dog.
I would eat a Hodag hot dog. But Deadly, what do you think about the mobile convention concept and the picture that they showed and everything like that?
I mean, they're just getting traction and showing up there, and they don't have to pay for a booth and find a nice parking spot. Like, I don't know. I feel like they'd have more.
They don't even sign up to go to the convention. They just show up and park outside the admission.
That's what I'm thinking.
They're
busking. They'd have more traction if they set up a booth. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, hey guys, Metazoo's here.
That's a funny concept.
But if you're not following like their Discord or their Instagram or their Twitter or whatever, then you won't know.
So Ian, what are your thoughts on this?
I think it's good. They've already been traveling, right? So Ted and his crew, they have to constantly set things up and tear things down. The trailer the picture's the trailer. It's not even a van. Provides a place for them to store product, so they don't have to lug boxes around at conventions or whatnot. I think it makes sense, but I don't think it's very different than what they're already doing necessarily.
It's just like advertised in a way.
Yeah, so the Metazoo advertising is going to happen with it being driven around once they get the wrap on. So there's the advertising piece. It is going to make it so it's going to be easier for them to do more conventions, I think. So, I think it's going to increase awareness. Do I think it's all that special? No.
I also agree with that. So to me, it's almost like, well, first off, I was a little confused. I was like, do we go in the trailer? Like, is that like their booth?
Do you remember when we were kids? Nickelodeon had this like traveling van.
I do remember this.
They showed up at my town. That was the best experience.
They showed up in your town?
They showed up in my town, yeah, my local rec center.
Stuff like that would never happen. All right. Anyway.
Oh, really? Well, I still remember it to this day. That would be amazing if they had some kind of like traveling van experience. It was a stupid, like the Nickelodeon van, like it was all hyped up in the commercials and stuff, and it happened, and you're like, okay, this is just like a van.
Yeah.
And then there's like a little festival outside. Grand scheme, it sucked, but it was memorable because it was such a hyped thing that it was like, oh, this is so cool. Nickelodeon came to my town.
Yeah.
So maybe they should go to schools and be like, "Hey, we have a trading card Metazoo fan outside. If you guys want to go check it out," and then they just start give out free stuff. That's how you get traction.
That is how you get some traction.
Hey kids, you want a Matlock? You want a blood ritual?
What's the one that you always use as your Black Mass?
Black Mass, that's what it is.
Yeah, let's just hand all the kids the Black Mass.
Yeah, put that right on the vinyl outside of the van.
Ian, did you get slimed?
Yeah, did you get slimed, dude? Good
When you got
question.
home-
Wayward's
did
out
not
here
get
asking the
slimed.
real questions.
Yeah, I
I did
know.
not get slimed. So that was some of the disappointment is they didn't bring like a slime kind of machine or have a slime function
Damn.
in the traveling van.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Got blind, dude.
That's a letdown.
Yeah, I knew a friend that went on Double Dare.
Really? That's funny also.
Yeah.
Well,
Mark Summers.
I
missed that.
So I personally am not too impressed by it, but I think it's a good idea. Like Ian was saying, I don't think it's like the most. I think what they should do, if this is not what they're doing, but what I think they should do with this is like that should just be if not like Ted, somebody else like full time. That just be their job. Travel around the country, driving that thing, stopping at different things, and kind of like being a different face for Metazoo in a way. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. But yeah, I was a little confused at first. I was like, do we go in it? Is it just for product and like for bringing stuff around and like setting up like is that where they're going to put like their booth? Like, is that? I was a little confused at first, but I think it's just going to be for storage, like you were saying.
Yeah. Well, it has windows. Like we're saying, it's like a food. Like it has the 3 windows in the front with the pop up, like. Counter, I guess.
Yeah.
So they could travel with artists even and do signings from the van. It would be hot in there probably.
Yeah, it would be, but
there's some kind of like vendor system they could do there if they really wanted to.
You think they'll tie this into the traveling tower?
That was going to be my next question.
That depends. So the moving tower was supposed to be the neutral tower. And the neutral tower is now the online client, right?
Okay.
So does that change? Does the moving tower become something else?
I think a lot of stuff with towers is up in the air right now.
Yeah.
I'm just I just want to leave. I don't know. Let's just put it that way. I just don't know. We don't know if Flame Tower is going to have the same rules yet or anything like that. Got to kind of figure out once they make an announcement with the terrors and all that stuff, I guess. But on to the next topic. We all pretty much had the same opinion as I thought we would, honestly, about that. My next topic I want to bring up is the one that is not listed that we were talking about earlier. So Metazoo dropped a picture this week of Arby's tweeting out a picture of people sitting around eating Arby's and ripping packs of Metazoo.
Get them all.
I still don't know when that's available or where it's available besides Arby's.
We know the where.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if it's like all locations. We don't know if it's
yeah.
like select regions. We don't know if it's 500 stores. So,
yeah,
we don't really know anything much besides that picture that we saw. And that picture that we saw, again, for me, just didn't impress me. It was like the bulk packs. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Overstock, essentially. Bunch of UFO wilderness and séance. So, Deadly, you were going to say something, though, about Arby's, and I made you stop talking before we went live. What were you going to say?
It's gross. Every time I eat Arby's, I feel like I have a stomach ache.
What do you get from Arby's?
I don't know. I've only been there like a couple of times. I don't know their menu.
Okay, well, you can't say if you don't know the menu, you can't say it's gross. What do you get? What do you get? You getting the roast beef? Don't eat the roast beef.
I don't know what I got. I got something. I was like, this is gross.
They have an amazing buffalo chicken sandwich.
They actually do. You're right. No, they do. Their buffalo sauce is really good.
Amazing buffalo chicken sandwich. Get the buffalo chicken sandwich.
They have the little slider ones too. You can just get the little slider ones even.
You probably can't get that in a kid's meal, but
it's like
probably not.
fast food deli meat. It's like I don't know. I don't know how to.
So do you know what where Arby's got its name from? It's
Arby.
It stands for roast beef. RB. Roast beef.
I did not know
RB. Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Arby's.
And then they just changed it into like a whole like spelt out Arby's.
So there's a show on the History Channel that I watched I think every episode of. You can now watch it on Hulu. I should be an advertiser. And it's called The Food That Built America, and it talks about like major corporations essentially in like the food industry and how they got to where they're at today. That included like frozen food companies and chain restaurants and things like that.
Did it include Spam?
No, it did not.
It's not a reputable.
It had like Lay's potato chips and how it became like Frito-Lay.
But I got to know about Spam.
It had a bunch of stuff, but yeah, one of the episodes was about not necessarily about Arby's. It was about a few fast food chains and how Arby's got started, though. Basically, somebody fucked over the owner, and then the guy created Arby's. Yeah, he worked for like I don't know. I'll just say like Burger King or something like that, and he got pissed off and then created Arby's. But I'm definitely getting that wrong. But yeah, it stands for roast beef.
Right here.
But I don't think it's the best fast food chain. I'll say that.
No.
I'll say that. I do agree. But I don't want to be ripping packs of cards that I already have.
So it's not for us.
With greasy fingers. No, it's not for us. But
it's not for us.
But again, this is just opinions. You know, and I like it when like Pokemon does like their drops at like McDonald's, and it's like they have the McDonald's set, and you got to collect 10 cards. Mm-hmm. They have a hollow version and a non-hollow version. You got to collect 20 cards total to complete the set. You know, something like that. I think that would have been much more fun than how do we get rid of these packs?
Their sell to Arby's was like, hey, like we potentially can. I mean, at least this would be my pitch. It'd be like, hey, we can potentially increase sales a little bit, you know, with a little bit of our product. But little does Arby know, but like we don't care about that, like because we already have a bunch of like dupes of that. And
some people might.
If they had came out with just 10 cards, how hard was it to make 10 cards?
I disagree. I'm happy. So okay, first of all, it's speculation so far that it's going to be packs of old sets, right? But if it is, I'm happy because it means that they are not splitting their attention among some kind of new release. It's okay, let's take this back stock that we have and let's get it out into the wild. And it's something that's not for us. We don't obviously care. We're not going to like rush to Arby's to get packs of stuff we already have. It's to get Metazoo out into the hands of people that are already going to Arby's.
They have the meats.
Right. And then, you know, Metazoo's not doing the Metazoo thing where they're trying to focus on a new partnership with a whole set of new cards and delays.
Yeah, I guess I agree with that because at the end of the day, every other collab and everything seems like just like throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks. Like this is like, hey, maybe we couldn't have gotten McDonald's or Burger King, but we got Arby's, and it is some kind of demographic that eats there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a chain if there wasn't.
Do we want that demographic? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Little does he know he is that demographic.
Yeah.
I'll literally eat anything. Like that's not an exaggeration. I'm bottom of the barrel. All right, so I don't mind Arby's as much as you two apparently do. Their buffalo chicken sandwich is good. I don't mind their roast beef.
So good.
I don't mind their roast. I like their Arby's sauce and their horsey sauce even.
What is horsey sauce?
It's like horseradish sauce. You mix them together and dip your fries in it. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Nope.
But yeah, my point kind of was that it's not for us. And that's kind of upsetting to me in a way, being somebody who's been a part of it. But at the same time, like, I do want the game to grow, and I understand that completely. You know what I mean? So I do agree from the point of view, like you were saying as well.
Yep. And to Wayward's point here, we're just kind of speculating based on that image that it's going to be packs of Metazoo, and that's not just some, advertising image of cards. So they have done other stuff in the past.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I feel like Arby's is just a random choice, though. I wonder how they worked that one out.
I think Taco Bell said go like
Taco Bell would be worse. I'm sorry.
Paul, what's your favorite? Paul, Jersey Mike's or something like that? What do you love?
Wait, like fast food?
Yeah, like chain wise.
What is Jersey Mike's?
Falls under like fast food. It's like a quick
It's
sub
fast
shop.
food. It's like a Subway.
I personally,
It's a much better Subway.
Did you say
I
Subway?
agree with that. But no, like when we're talking fast foods, I'm thinking it's like there's like 5 specific chains, whatever. It's like McDonald's, there's Burger King, Taco Bell. I think Arby's would fall under there.
I wouldn't put it under there. It's not what I'm thinking of off the bat.
I hold Arby's
never
to
remember
a
it.
higher regard than Taco Bell.
That's odd. I get it when I pass by it and I'm like, oh damn, that's right there. I'm hungry. That's like the only times like, yeah.
No, I passed by one and I'm like, thank God I'm not eating there again. Dude, I did that once. I was like, Arby's. Oh, I completely forgot about Arby's. And I drove and I bought some food and I ate it. And I'm pretty sure I had a stomachache the next day.
The next time you go to Arby's, if you like buffalo chicken, just get a buffalo chicken sandwich.
Maybe.
Just do it. It'd be good.
There's better buffalo chicken sandwiches out there.
Entertain me. It's delicious.
Oh, yo, Deadly. Look at this,
No.
dude. See, this person knows what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
right now. All right. All right. They know what they're talking about. Bojangles, dude. The Bowberry biscuits.
What is Bojangles?
Bojangles?
The Bowberry biscuits. At
Oh, the
Bojangles.
Bowberry biscuit thing. All right. I've never been to a Chick-fil-A either. I have no idea what Chick-fil-A
wrong
is.
with
In your area?
We have one in Nashua, I think.
How
It's
far
like
away is that?
an hour.
Because I've heard of that.
Well, looks like I'm going to open up a Chick-fil-A in
Yo, they profit.
Concord, New Hampshire.
They profit, dude.
one opened up in your area. Literally everybody in your town would be going there.
Yeah, for real. Yo.
We just got a Popeyes in Concord, and it's delicious.
Yo, Joker, this is the first time I'm actually going to judge you, I think.
Wow! Now I don't know what to think about Chick-fil-A.
I know we haven't like officially met in person, Joker, but I don't know if we want it anymore, you know?
No, he's cool. He's cool. I'll vouch for him.
I've heard. I've seen all the pictures and the videos from Ohio and stuff like that. But yeah, Chick-fil-A is, in my opinion, top notch. That's top notch fast food, right?
If you try, Dudley, if you try a buffalo chicken sandwich from
Here we
Arby's,
go.
I will go to Chick-fil-A. I will drive to Nashua.
There we go.
Drive the
I
hour,
like that.
and I will go.
I like
Chick-fil-A.
that.
I feel like you're the one who wins out of this. I lose.
I think we're both gonna win. So
Gonna win. I may get a pack of Metazoo cards.
there you go.
That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, all right. I think we talked about Arby's for long enough and other
Did we?
fast food chains. But hopefully in the future, Metazoo, if you're listening, you do one of these sets where you do like 5 cards or 10 cards or something like that. I would love that. I'll buy 20 kids meals. So
Do you think they're gonna come out with any like forward advertisement? Like, do you think they're gonna have it in a commercial, or is it just gonna be like a document created on Word and just being like Metazoo and Arby's? Like,
We're doing this.
I don't think it's going to be advertised any more than any other toys, in my opinion.
on Discord.
They're doing it. They're doing it on their Twitter. They're doing it on social media and stuff like that. I'm sure if you go in the store, it'll be somewhere, you know, on the menu, You remember when you were walking to McDonald's and they used to have the display of like the toys and stuff like that? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's even a little bit too much. I feel like they wouldn't even do that.
But maybe they'll have like a poster like when we go to the conventions and they have like the like the standing things or something like that.
Yeah, but think about it. Conventions, they're all kind of locally in one spot. You only have to make one of each of those things.
Yeah, so
Arby's,
those are cloth though. Arby's maybe a cardboard cutout, something like that. You know what I mean? I feel like there would be something at the store, and there would probably even on like the drive-through menu be like a picture of something or something along those lines to like advertise it for the kids' toys.
You're not going to tell anyone you're going to order something, and you're just going to be like, "What the fuck is this?"
I mean,
thrown in on top of your fries.
Yeah.
What is this? It's a cracky?
That's funny. That's funny. Maybe you don't even have to order a kid's meal. Maybe like it's deadly saying. Maybe it's just like, like they throw it in with their sauce packs or something like that. You know what I mean?
Honestly, that would be good in my opinion.
I think that would be great.
That is just throwing spaghetti at the wall, but it's gonna work.
It would work. It would get it out there more, and more people would figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, people with the mystery, people would be like, "All right, what the hell is this?" And then they go online and like look it up. You know what I mean? It would cause traction for someone to go and actually look, because if there's no explanation, then they're like, "Well, what is this?" And they're like, "I want to know why this just randomly showed up in my Arby's sandwich bag." You know?
in the sandwich.
In the sandwich. Just like this Squonk and Dad Hats video that he made. Oh man, I wish you released that.
Yeah, we're gonna release it now that the Arby's announcement's out.
Awesome, yeah.
I just gotta film.
I can't wait to see that. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, so another topic. I'll just get the quick one out of the way. I'm excited that they.
You thought Arby's was gonna be quick.
I thought they were all going to be quick. So I'm very excited that they posted a picture of the boxes of keychains. Looks like that they have them, or like that the warehouse is done with them, or whatever it is. But at the same time, I had like 25 people send me a DM, including you, Ian.
I know. Immediately, I was like,
being like, yo, the keychains. And my honest answer to everybody was, I don't care until they're in my freaking hand. Okay.
How many boxes did you order?
I think just two. Just two.
Just two.
Yeah. 20 keychains.
You ordered what? One box, Dudley?
I think just one. I think at that point I was just like, you had sold me on it because you were like, dude, keychains. And I was like, all right, seems like something I could like actually use rather than a pin that I see no use for whatsoever. Yeah, so I think I just bought one.
So I'm gonna be an asshole right now. Do we remember what beasties are even going to be on these keychains?
Yes. Walking Sam, Giraffe Possum, Chibi Babe. I feel like I know other ones. I didn't order a box.
Now, what are the odds that it's not the Hateful Eight?
There's only one Hateful Eight, and I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a reprint of.
What are the odds?
I think
that it's not.
I think for this being Séance, it will be. So you're kind of referencing the Revive Séance, how it wasn't the Walking Sam from Séance. It was actually the Walking Sam from Cryptid Nation. I think for the keychains, what we've seen in the past, what we've seen for Revive is.
I feel like it doesn't matter what we've seen for the past, because for Pin Club they kind of go.
I think it's
do whatever. You do?
I do, because I think they were designed around the right time for Séance.
I'm not against that. I hope more people could get more Hateful Eight. Honestly,
I really want to open my Target blister packs, but I also don't.
I feel that. I opened all of mine though.
We doing this?
You didn't buy any?
Target blister packs? No.
I got a Hollow Death Tarot card now, and I'm happy about it. So
have a non.
I want a hollow temperance. If anybody watching this has a hollow
Yeah, that's a good
temperance,
one.
let me know,
Which one's temperance?
please.
Uh,
It's got like light elementals on it.
Oh, okay. I saw that one in the store and it's like, nah. So now that I know you want it, I'll go check my Target again.
I'm just gonna turn my AC up real quick. It's just, I don't know, it's starting to get hot.
I was looking for the skunk, to be honest. I couldn't find a skunk.
You're looking for the skunk. So, I went twice to my Target, and the second time I wasn't even looking for Metazoo. It was just there again, and I was just like, all right. But the first time I went, they only had like 3 of swords and 7 of this and 11 of that, and I don't even know what they were. So I got those. They're all sealed up, and I'll just collect those, I guess. But
I'm opening all of these. I'm doing it.
the next time I went to buy allergy pills or something like that, and it was just like right at the checkout line, and I was like, oh crap, there's more back in stock. And I went over there, and there was death right in the front. I was like, I'll just grab this one right here. I just grabbed the one that second time.
I tried to avoid the ones that were already released in Hollow from the eBay release.
I don't even know what ones were and what ones weren't, if I'm being honest. I just know that
anything
I want the ones that I would play in a deck.
Yeah, that's actually smarter. Anything that's not like 2 of Pentacles or name. If it's named, it was in the eBay boxes as a hollow. So like I have strength here. I did actually buy strength because I like the art.
My one deck I could very easily add temperance in. So if I added it for a 4th wall, the temperance tarot card, I would much rather. If you know me, I bling out everything I can, so I'd much rather bling out the tarot card if possible.
Yeah.
And then I could put it in my bowl after I use it and heal myself with Joga.
Joga.
Or Joga, I think it's actually pronounced. Either way, great beastie. My favorite from Native, probably. Oh, shit. Wayward. You're the man. You're the man, Wayward. See that? It's like a trade now. It's like we traded. I really enjoyed Wayward, by the way, seeing your post this week. I'm glad it got to you safe. All right, Ian, you pulling any Hateful Eight over there?
What's the trick again?
I don't do those. I don't do those.
Yeah, 4. So 5.
What?
Frost Shield.
Frost Shield?
Frost Shield!
Ian is a beastie, actually.
5. You're going to see him along with me. Chaos Orb!
Orb.
Reverse.
It's not like a beastie. He is a beastie. Have you not seen the Paul Bunyan card before?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Another orb.
Jeez. I know it doesn't look good because of the green screen, but
doesn't look good because it's an orb.
1, 2, 3.
That's better.
Yeah. Hollow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think. I can't count.
What's that one?
Kind Ghost.
Oh, I like the Kind Ghost.
Casper without being Casper.
I like the Kind Ghost.
2, 3,
I think
4,
for
5.
casual play, it's a great card. Reverse Mermaid.
Mermaid.
That card sucks, dude. Fuck that mermaid. No, it's a great card to play. Yeah,
It's really
it's a
good.
great. It's hard. I fucking hate it when I'm playing against it.
Ghost ship.
Fireship of Bay de Chagall.
That's something we might see in Flame Tower.
Yeah.
It's something we might see at Flame Tower. Deadly refuses to practice with us though. So another orb.
Last pack. This needs to be a possessed.
Tree Blocker, you still here? We got to get rid of Deadly's captain on his shirt. I don't know how we do that, but
I'm a co-captain. So
we got to get rid of that.
half a captain.
We got to get rid of that.
All right. So,
Well, yo, Tank, what's up, bud?
Tankeray.
You agree? Thank you, Tree Block. I'm glad you're still here.
I'll still come on there and beat you, Tree.
No, you won't. You don't even know the cards, so
What do you mean?
you're a whole set behind right now.
Well, roll.
So,
Flame actually
so I'm back to what our topic was. I'm excited for the keychains, but I wish they were in my goddamn fucking hands already. And I'm not gonna be happy about a picture until I get a tracking notification or something like that, because it's been 7 months now, 8 months now, something like that. So Tree Block did win on Tuesday, Deadly. He's right. We had a team tournament, and Tree Block took it home. And I got last place against somebody who didn't even play a match. He got 2 buys and scored higher than that.
Wow.
And that person was Cutthroat Pie. He scored higher than me and didn't even play a single freaking match. And it made me drop like 150 points in the ELO score or something like that. I went from like 120th place to like 380th place or something. Yeah, it really affected me.
That's crazy.
But it's partially my own fault. I was the one who wanted to run the event, you know. But we're making up for it this Friday and next Tuesday, hopefully. So on that note, there's a Learn to Play event Friday. Actually, let's say this earlier in the episode. Check out the link in our it should be in the description. If it's not in the description, it's in our Discord. So go to the Discord for sure. If it's not in the description, I'm going to add it to the description. So I'm sorry if it's not there right now. But yeah, come play in the Learn to Play event, and we'll have some fun. Learn to play. If you know how to play, just play some games, and hopefully we can teach some other people how to play. Yeah. So one of the bigger announcements this week has been all the fan art. We got to see some of the finalists and some of their artwork, and I think we're even allowed to vote on it. I have not, personally, honestly.
Why not?
But I honestly don't have a reason. I don't know. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I'm going to sound like an asshole here.
Yep.
And I'm already aware of that. So I just want to apologize in advance. I've seen some drawings that I thought were better than the ones that got selected for a lot of them. I'm sorry. All of them were better than what I would do. All of them were better than what I would do. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted
to one of them.
What's that?
Why don't you point out one specifically for us?
Snuffus?
No, I'm not going to do that. No. So there was one of those, I think, that was actually very impressive.
Snuffus, yeah. Last year we saw it.
That's the one with like the antlers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying the one though that didn't get selected?
Oh, they teased a really nice one.
Yes, I know which one you're talking about.
8 months
I know exactly
ago.
what you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah,
and it wasn't one of the finalists. Yeah,
right.
I agree with that. Yeah, but there was a dope one that was
yes.
a finalist. I will say that the one that was like color pencil.
But we know who you're voting for now.
Well, I haven't voted for any of them, but that one I would vote for. Honestly, that color pencil one was really impressive in my opinion.
Voted, maybe some of those better ones would have gotten. And the other one.
I mean, it wasn't my votes that got them to where they're at now. You know what I mean?
It was your lack of votes.
There was one, and again, I don't mean any offense to anybody. I think it was Owlman or something like that.
Wow, you really threw one out there.
And it was just like expo markers or something like that, you know.
You're joking, dude. Don't do that.
But no, I'm serious though. Like I that's why I'm not voting though. It's still better than I would do. I'm not an artist, you know what I mean? Like I try to be sometimes, but like I'm not, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that people participated, and I'm happy that people made it that far. I was going to submit a flame aura, and
Did it?
it's very ironic. The flame aura like design that I was going to do basically turned into like the séance booster box art in a way. And I was like, I literally put it in the team chat. I was like, remember?
I remember that.
I was like, isn't this the same like thing as my flame aura? I was like, that's fucking weird. It was just like flames going around the whole like border outside looking in the way like the séance booster box is.
Mm-hmm.
You decided
and
not to do it?
no, it's not that I just literally didn't have time at that time to like I drew it. Like I drew it out and everything like that. But one, I knew I wouldn't be selected. Let's put it that way. But two, I just didn't have time to like get around to like mailing everything out with like the you had to like mail out the bookmark and mail out the thing and mail out, I don't remember what it was exactly, but I was just like, I don't have time to do this right now. I was busy with like work and shit, you know. My kid was also like what 4 months old, 2 months old, something like that at the time. I don't know.
It just hit me when you said that. They still have everyone's bookmarks.
Yeah. Yeah. What are they doing with those?
Hey, submit this physical card and we'll stamp it for you.
Because yeah,
You're not going to get it back
they
for
got
a
to
couple of
stamp.
years.
Yeah, they got to stamp them still. Thanks for submitting this. You suck. Thanks for submitting this. You suck.
Oh, jeez.
It's like a you lose token. Yeah, you know. But I have a lot of those bookmarks still because I didn't submit anything. And I use them in my deck actually. That's the bookmarks I choose to use. But I think there were a lot of good artworks out there. I'm not saying like everybody was shitty. Yeah, it's like a participation medal, basically. Yeah, exactly. Here's your stamp. Thanks for nothing. But yeah, I thought there were some interesting artworks that like let's just say I don't remember the name of the one, but it was like the worm or whatever.
Yep.
There were some that were like more friendly looking, some that were more like dark looking and stuff. I was like, oh, this is interesting. You get like different contrasts of people's opinions and their art styles and stuff like that. But I did think that there were some that were not even like Metazoo's artwork.
Exactly, yeah. As I was going to say, is that was part of the criteria for even like entering is you kind of needed to like match their style, their medium, and there's semifinalists that don't match that.
I wanted to say that too. Like, I don't want to like open a whole new door here, but I feel like I'm going to.
I like doors.
I feel like a lot of Metazoo's artwork kind of got away from the style that it used to be. And I'm not very happy about that personally.
Like the base set Cryptonation
looked very
style.
Exactly, yeah. It looked very much more hand drawn, and now it's like, is it hand drawn or is it digital art? Like it's like almost like cartoons on like TV. Sometimes you're like, how like the old school cartoons were hand drawn. And now they're mostly obviously digitally made. It's like that in between. It's kind of what the artwork feels like to me right now. Like a lot of Jet Yates things, like it's like very cartoony and very poppy and stuff like that. As opposed to in the past, it was more just like watercolors and like lots of negative space and different things like that. I was looking because this is where it started today. I was looking at the store, which is going to be another topic that we're talking about today, because you can now redeem points on the MPN on their store. And I was looking at like the coffee mugs and stuff like that. And there's the one coffee mug that's the parade, the Beastie Parade.
I have it right over there. Go get it.
No, we don't get any artwork that looks like that anymore. It's just my opinion, and it's upsetting. I want to see it now in person.
Back.
So yeah, I feel like no beasties on any recent sets look like any of this artwork.
This way.
And this is the artwork that got me into the game.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, it's upsetting to me because it's what got me into the game, like I'm saying, but it does look like clean and professional, so I'm not like down playing it in that sense,
It's a different, yeah.
It's very different than what it originally was.
Let me ask you this: when do you think it changed?
Honestly, I think during Wilderness is when it started to change.
So Wilderness was Chris Campen's first set as art director, and that was where Victor Larson stepped out.
So I think that's where it started, and that's also when we got a few new artists. I believe Jet, I believe
Jet
Lindsay, Isaac. I could be wrong. Maybe Isaac was in the set before. Isaac was in the set before that. He was in Nightfall, but yeah, there were a few new artists, and I do feel like that's when it changed.
Was I don't think Isaac was in Nightfall, was he?
He did Jack Frost for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure he did Jack Frost because that was one of Deadly's favorite cards. But I'm saying I don't think it's a bad thing. Like it looks clean and but it's upsetting for me personally, just because it did change. It definitely did change. What did Ian just do? He's just dropped out. He's
I'm weak on this conversation because
he's upset that Matrata entered the chat, so he had to leave. That's
exactly why he left.
That's why he left. Thanks, Sam. Hey, welcome back.
My browser crashed.
I don't want to hear excuses.
Go down there.
Whoops.
We were just guessing it was because Matrata joined the chat.
That's exactly what it was.
But yeah, I think a lot of it does have to do with a change in artists and everything.
But it could also be art direction too, and I feel like Native's a little different than it was before. So I'm curious.
I agree with that too.
I'm curious if Séance or Native was Chris's last stint as art director.
I'm curious if it's all still hand drawn art, or if there is some. I'm telling you, some of it I've questioned. Like, is this digital? Like, this doesn't look like it's hand drawn to me.
Maybe they're just that good.
It very well could be. That's what I'm saying. But either way, I don't like that I have to guess anymore. I liked it when I knew it was hand drawn. You know what I mean? Like even Tahu Tessie, Gary's daughter drew that, right?
Yeah.
You could tell that's colored pencil, and I love that. You know what I mean? Like you could tell what was used. I love that. And some of them now it's just like, it's just too clean, I guess is the way to put it in a way. It's like almost like digital art.
The original style, I think, was strictly watercolor. And now they're using different kind of like art pens and all these other mediums that are allowed.
It's very possible. It's very possible. I like the watercolor stuff though. I think like Kelsey Giacchino, she mainly uses a lot of watercolors in her. I love her stuff. Same. I think Sebastian uses a lot of watercolor in his. Seb is one of my favorite artists. I love all of his stuff, honestly.
Copic pens, that's what they're called, yeah.
A lot of Copic pens now. I did not know that word, but but yeah, I like the old art, honestly. And, back to the topic that we were talking about, I think that a lot of the artwork that was chosen for the fan art is not necessarily like traditional Metazoo art styles.
Right.
Or even for that sake, modern Metazoo art styles. I feel like they're different art styles.
Yeah, which is the only problem with it. I think it's fine. The only problem with it is that it was part of the criteria for entry was that you were supposed to match the Metazoo style. So it should have been fine to enter with them, I guess. But they
should have selected other
with
ones
that criteria. They shouldn't have made it to semifinalists.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that could go on. I mean, did they really base the winners off of our own votes? Did they allow the community to dictate which ones were winners rather than like how they would have done it with like their own art? You know what I mean? Right. If Chris Campman is the art director, then he would have been like, well, these are all good. This one is the style that Metazoo depicts. And then they would have gotten chosen and moved on. Community-driven choices.
So here it says the HeroQuest cards look sick. I'm not saying they didn't, but that's like one of the sets where I was like, this doesn't look hand-drawn to me. It looks like digital art to me. Hero from HeroQuest.
The Joker was saying, apart from HeroQuest.
there's no way that like that was hand. But we've said this before about pin club sets. There's no way the pin club sets are hand drawn. Like there's definitely digital art in those pin club cards. Those thick black lines and everything like that. It's totally different. You know, like just like I'm thinking of like Golden Hair Girl for again the Wilderness pin club. To me, that was digital. I think all Hero Quest is physical.
I think you're physical.
Yeah, Matrata.
Matrata.
So
I don't know what that
again,
means.
it's just my opinion. I'm glad that it's finally happening, where they finally did select some people. But do we know who chose these finalists? Like who was it up to?
Darts on a wall.
It works.
It sounds like it was all waiting on Mike, because that was always the excuse of why it wasn't done. Is he had other things that he was working on. He was writing the book. He was, doing getting ready for Towers, all this other stuff.
Well, I guess that does make sense. But yeah, it's just I guess not necessarily some of the ones I would have thought after seeing some posted in different social media platforms and on the Metazoo Discord, our Discord, things like that. People were sharing a lot of these around.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there were some Metazoo more art styles that fit the bill in a way. You know what I mean? But I'm not downplaying anybody who made it. Congratulations to every single one of them. Again, it's better than I would have done. I didn't even go through with submitting the one that I did.
Well, like you said, it's all good art. It's just some of it doesn't match the style.
Yeah. Exactly. That's it.
So along that lines, what do you think about the fact that there's hints, or a hint that the fan art set there was 20 different cards you could choose from to draw, right? Mike had said maybe the winners are hollow and the semifinalists are non-hollow. That would make an 80 card fan art set.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. It's a set.
That is, yeah. It's an entire mini set in itself.
It's a set.
So you're not just trying to collect the 20 cards that won. You're trying to collect.
And it's 2 artworks of the same card then too.
Why?
Because the semifinalists. So the way I'm understanding it is like, let's just choose that owl guy again.
Mm-hmm.
The finalists of the owl would be hollow, and the semifinalists would be non-hollow.
3
2 owls. Oh, Jesus
right?
Christ! So they would all be non. So there's 4 artworks then that you have to collect for the
Yes.
same one thing.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's way too much. Because then I'd want a playset of all versions of it, depending on what mood I'm in.
Only the playable ones.
Only the hollow ones.
Only the hollow ones.
But so there's also that then. Like then there's gonna be people like favoriting also. Like I only want the hollow one, and then the other 3 people are gonna feel like shit. You know what I mean?
I mean that's going to happen when they don't win in the finals.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you're right, but like not in the same degree. I feel like like if everybody just loses and there's only one winner, like it's like all right, that's cool. But it's like, damn, I like kind of won, kind of didn't. Like my stuff is public, it's out there, but nobody wants it. like that's even like more like
one
like
person.
Yeah, them.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's just my opinion. I feel like
I think
There's
Joker, you did one of the arts that got to the semifinalists, right?
did he?
Pretty sure. I'm not going to give his name away, but
Which one is it? Let me talk shit about it.
no, I'm not going to give his name.
The ones with Jay.
It's the one I already did talk shit about. No.
Did you do the owl?
Yeah.
Now you're worried.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I tell people? You could just say the same thing back to me. I tell people sometimes, I've been called worse things by better people. So, there's better people out there than me. Don't listen to what I got to say. My opinion doesn't mean shit. I don't mean to offend anybody, honestly. So, but so here's where I stand with it, though.
It was not an owl. Just to set the record straight on that.
Okay. So here's my opinion on it, and I've said this about like Bloody Mary before too. Bloody Mary's not on the reserve list. We will see other artworks for Bloody Mary at some point. I'm sure of it.
Will we?
I don't know when. It's not on the reserve list. Why wouldn't we? So it might not be the same exact playability, but I feel like we'll see other Bloody Marys.
The reserve list was updated to UFO, not past UFO, right? So have they gotten? Oh, but fan art was before UFO.
It was part of Wilderness.
That's right.
So
yeah, okay.
It wasn't on the reserve list. So I feel like the same thing will happen with these. I don't think we need 4 artworks for one card when there's already potentially going to be more than one artwork for these cards. It starts getting a little crazy at that point. Like we've said it many times on this podcast in past episodes. How many artworks for Mothman are they going to do at this point? Like we're only 5 sets in, and they got more Mothmans than they do Charizards already. You know what I mean? Like it's wild.
I don't think it's going to be reprinted because it was around the time of, it was either just before or after Ohio, Mike had mentioned that Ultima Haha would not be reprinted. And that's not on the reserve list.
It's not on the reserve
because there was cards like Chessie that he regretted making widely available because it was so powerful.
Interesting. Why would you regret Chessie? I mean, I hate all water pages, but why would you regret Chessie?
It's incredibly powerful in a water format.
It's incredibly powerful in just regular format as well.
Yeah.
But that was the whole point of Cryptid Nation. I feel like it was advertised as this is going to be our most powerful set that we ever release. And Native's the only one giving it a run for its money, in my opinion, so far.
Joker has a good point. So my feeling on this, Joker says, I'm curious how often we'll see Mothman or any of our known beasties once we pass Cryptid Nation. It's going to be very rare, in my opinion, and it's only going to be beasties that are like important to the story, that they're part of the next sets.
So
is my assumption there. Like Flatwoods Monster is definitely going to make it to Yokai because Flatwoods itself is very important,
very popular over there. Yeah. So here, I think that's a good assumption with like Flatwoods Monster and stuff. But my opinion is slightly different. Deadly, we'll get your opinion on this as well, but my opinion is that
he's just like, I don't have an opinion.
He doesn't have an opinion. He's like
right now. Took his place in the video capture, and I'm just like,
yeah. We thought you were frozen. So my opinion is it's going to be almost like Pokemon, and with Pokemon, when you go into a new region, there's a bunch of new Pokemon that's introduced.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the old ones are still there. Just like in nature, you know what I mean? Like you go to another, like I'm in New Jersey. If I go to, I don't know, Ohio or something like that, very similar climates, but we might have some different things, but there's a lot of the similar things at the same time. So like, I think it's going to be something like that, where it's just like, there are things that would survive in that climate that are also in the climate here in Cryptid Nation. That will also survive in the climate over there. Like, I don't know, maybe Quetzalcoatlus flew over the ocean and is in Japan as well, and there's Quetzes and Chibi-Quetzes over in Japan or something like that. But then there's also lots of new stuff being introduced to us at the same time as well, you know? I think it's going to be something like that, and we will see some reprints, but not the way we have been. Not as many as we have been. But there will be your splash here and there. I was just using Quetz as an example. I don't think it's going to be Quetz. You know, it probably will be Flatwoods Monster, though, like you said.
I'm thinking maybe only in, like, special sets, side sets, ancillary sets, whatever you want to call them. We'll see that. Maybe not
even
as
like
part of the core sets.
Even like spell That's what they're called, right? Spellbooks and release event decks, things like that. That's usually where we see a lot of the reprints. I feel like we'll continue to see them there.
Return to Cryptid Nation.
Return to Cryptid Nation. But so the way like I'm remembering the comic, which I know is changing and everything like that, it's like the veil was ripped and all these cryptids entered the planet kind of all at once simultaneously. So it would just be weird to me if like they all just like one landed in one location and like there weren't ding bells spread across the world type of thing. They're just ding bells are only in this one little area. Yeah, it doesn't sound right to me personally. So I feel like we'll see some stuff, but I don't think as much as other people are expecting or like we've been seeing. Like I said, maybe like one or two a set. And like again, might be in like a spell book or something like that, or thrown in just to make the deck work and function. You need the tech or something like that. But Deadly, what do you think?
I got nothing.
You got nothing on this?
I don't know storyline. I don't know where they come from. So I do enjoy, my base deck Cryptid Nation BCs. I stay strong to those, like some of my favorites. I don't necessarily want them to be reprinted too much, because it makes them, less.
It depends. It depends what gets reprinted. I feel like though.
I don't think we've ever seen. Have we seen any like real like strong base set pieces reprinted other than Chessie in release event deck?
I
feel like we've seen
Flying Mana was reprinted.
Flatwoods was reprinted.
Flatwoods was reprinted.
So he was thrown in as like a regular BC in a release event deck.
Flatwoods was in a Nightfall release event deck.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is Nightfall. Yeah.
Well, Nightfall was like so Nightfall they had.
That's the one I used in my deck because it's like non-hollow and everything.
That's
I like the art on that one too.
Yeah.
So I think Nightfall was the one that had Chessie reprint too.
Mm-hmm.
So beyond that, I don't think they've done it. I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
No, they're more like ancillary sets.
I think you're right.
Like Lizard Man. What is that? Am I right? What is that alien thing?
Lizard People?
Lizard People. They just redid it in the 30th. That one. I think it's more like the ancillary sets, like Ian was saying now. Yeah. Things like that. A lot of reprints in the Hero Quest, obviously.
For them to come out with, like you said, I don't know native like the back of my hand right now. Like I need Tower to come out and start studying it. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like they've come out with a strong set of beasties. Native might be it. I could be completely wrong. You said that it's a run for its money.
But Native is pretty wild, man.
Beasties that I feel like will be put in most.
I think it's crazy that you finally kind of got the set that you wanted. What is going on with you? You kind of finally got the set that you wanted, and you're not playing really right now. It's literally like this set was made for Deadly. It's got everything that you've been asking for, and you're not fucking playing it at all. It's wild to me. But anyway,
give me some time here they need to come out with towers, bro.
Light is winning tournaments. I am playing Light and winning, and Light was your thing. I'm winning with your elementals, Deadly. They're still viable.
Light kind of rubbed me the wrong way when they came out with all the.
Dark is wild right now. If you want to do Dark, Forest is fucking strong. If you want to do, I still think Light.
Why don't you name all the aura types and just say their shit?
Yeah.
Frost and Water could suck it. So Water's strong. I just hate it. Frost, get the hell out of here. Get out of here with that shit. But no, I do think like some things lost some steam with native too. Like I don't think Cosmic is as strong as it was. People say they don't think Lightning is as strong as it was. I personally still think it is strong.
There were some lightning counters that were introduced.
There were. but I still think it's strong. I think there's a lot you could do with it, and I think maybe they're talking about like the Quetz build is maybe not as strong, but Lightning in general, I think, is very strong right now. With the deities and all that stuff that you could do, and the dual auras and everything, I think there's a lot going for Lightning right now. Um, yeah, I agree with Matrata. Mono Spirit, it's slow. That's the thing with it. It's slow, and since everything is Spirit, you take the damage because your BCs don't. So by the time you get like the tech and all the stuff out that you want to do how your deck would flow, you're at like 30 life points and it's like over already.
Yeah.
So I do agree. Mono Spirit isn't that great, but yeah, anything with Dark I feel like slaps right now. Dark is wild. I think Dark is everybody wants to play Dark Tower. Everybody's talking about Dark Tower. It's like the most hyped up tower of the year, but I feel like nobody's playing Dark really right now, honestly, or not as many people are as they should. It's wild, and with that, what's that 6 day of MetaMess or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
That card is wild. The set is like not the set that aura type. There's so much you could do. There's Bloodsucker. There's flying beasties. There's immortal beasties. You can do so. There's the zombies and you can bring stuff back from the graveyard and the limbo and all that. It's wild. It's pretty intense, and I feel like it's being slept on, honestly. But I digress. you know, I'm not a dark player. I plan on getting familiar with dark after Flame Tower, though. That's like my next thing. Um, I got all the cards I need right now. I know there's going to be another set coming out before Dark Tower, but I want to get familiar with what I can for now. It's wild. I've just played against a few decks and I got my ass handed to me and saw some crazy stuff. Oh, see that there were two people playing Dark in the Immortal tourney. Matrata, were you one of them? Is that Smiley Face? I know you were playing Water, but
Water Dark, I thought.
oh yeah, that's true. It was a Water Dark deck. And then a Dark deck got third place, if I'm not mistaken, and I believe that was our boy Arbiter. I'm pretty sure he was playing Dark,
Salem Witch.
Dark or Dark Spirit. I wasn't participating, but I believe it was either Dark or Dark Spirit. But yeah, Dark is wild right now. Deadly. You need to play some native. You need to play some games. You need to show up for practice or get the hell off the team.
Somebody send me native cards.
I mean,
shit.
I got some bulk I could send you.
Yeah, that's what I need. But I mean, dude, all these cards are like $40, $50, $90. Can't.
Cutthroat, how are the Napas doing? Because I've only been beating you with your flame deck. I haven't seen your Napa deck. So, how are they doing? They holding up still? Witches are big too. Witches are growing. There's some tech there. The Chibi Salem witches and all that stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It's a real pain in the ass. Yeah, I've lost to a few dark decks semi recently, and they were getting aura out and everything was flowing like crazy, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And then there's like Sentry Box Devil and stuff like that too, where those decks are just annoying. Honestly, I don't think they're the best in the world, but they're annoying. Very, very much a nuisance. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I think we're done with fan art now, and we just have one. Unless there's something else either one of you want to say.
I'm just surprised we made it through the entire fan art conversation and nobody called it fart.
I wasn't going to. That was the nickname it got though.
The fart set.
Who gave it that nickname?
It just stands for fan art. You know what I mean?
But was it like posted somewhere?
No, people would.
I've heard it said.
Yeah, I've seen it posted in multiple Discords. Oh yeah, what's up with the fart set? When are we getting the fart set?
I'm a child.
But so the last thing for this episode is talking about the MPN and reward points.
Woo!
And how you can now use your points to redeem some prizes and items. And right now it's just basically stuff that was on the MPN store. Not MPN store, the
Marketplace.
Metazoo Marketplace. Yeah, there we go.
What
Deadly,
kind
how
of,
you,
is it? What kind of match qualifies for MPN points specifically? Let's start there.
I have 30 points. I don't know how I got them.
I have 50. I don't know how I got them.
You have how
0.
much?
50.
50? I don't know. I got 30. I have no idea how I got them. I think it's for participating in person events. I don't know.
So is it only in-person events?
I don't know. I really don't know. My guess would be sanction events, which is in person. So maybe my 30 points is from when I was at IHC playing 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not the person to ask. God bless you.
Excuse me.
Um,
That came out of nowhere.
But I think it's a cool concept. I just don't know how long they're going to be able to afford to continue doing this.
Yeah, the ridiculous one was the first place on the MPN gets 200 points per week, which is equivalent to $200 per week.
Yeah.
Of course, when you're still putting up CN2 and Wilderness spellbooks for equivalent of $50, you know, it's really the equivalent of $10.
Yeah.
Quarter.
But
Yeah.
So I think the value isn't coming from what's on there currently. It's nice that they have options up. The value is going to be when they have the MPN exclusive items.
I do agree with that. But at the same time, I think it's, like I said, a very cool concept, and I think there is some cool stuff up there. I like to rock, swag and T-shirts and hats and things like that, and they have like pretty much all their swag up there.
Mm-hmm.
I even think that they have like patches and stuff like that. I saw like a Metazoo patch that you could sew onto like a jacket or something. Like, I thought there was some pretty interesting stuff that I didn't see on the marketplace prior. I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing that patch.
All right. So there is something that you should buy with your points right now on there.
What's that?
I know you probably don't. You may not care. There's a couple things on here, actually. They have first printings of...
the comics?
Of the
I
comics.
have them already. Yeah, I have them already. The first printing of the one that I need is not up there.
Of the first printing of the first comic?
Yeah, so that's the one I need. I have the second printing of that one.
I have the second printing of 2 and the first printing of 3 and 4, I think, and I don't have anything for the first.
So yeah, I got the first and second printing for 2.
Nice.
First printing for 3, first printing for 4, but only the second printing for 1. And I should have bought the one that Deadly told me to buy. I don't know, what was that? Over a year ago now?
Yeah.
Which one?
First printing.
It was a first printing for like $400 or something like that. That was like framed and everything even. It might even be the one that Tormenting has, honestly, because it looks exactly like it. It's up there for like $400. And I was just like, to the guy, I was like, nah, I can't afford that right now. Like that type of thing. Like, I don't want to spend $400 on a comic book, Yeah. So I didn't get it, and I kind of regret it. It's the only one I'm missing, and I wish I had the whole set personally. It is a grail. First print on the first issue is a grail. It's something that I still hope to someday acquire. Yeah. So Deadly. What do you hope they do with these points? What do you hope like becomes available, type of thing?
Well, I like what Ian said about having like specific, MPN point redeemable stuff. So things that are only specific to that store or whatever. I mean, at the end of the,
What would you want with that even?
what do you mean?
Like more specifically, would you want like I don't know,
Cards.
NPN stamped cards, or would you want MPN exclusive swag?
At the end of the day, if they're points that I've accumulated, those things become more desirable to me.
Mhm.
If I don't have to physically spend my own money, then yeah, I'll spend it. If I have, I actually have 30 right now, so I have the same amount as you. I thought it was 50 for whatever reason, and I'm like, you know what? I could buy the Fresno Nightcrawler pants. Like, dude, at the end of the day, if I have an abundance, if I had as much as as Tree Block had, I had 190 or something like that, I would have been like, all right, let me grab some. Like,
Yeah.
So if they put stuff up there, if they put cards, if they put anything, if I need it or want it or whatever, you know.
Ooh,
But
that's good news.
I was about to say, I was like, except for shipping is $25.
No, that's if shipping is free, that is great news. Honestly,
Mhm.
I would hope that they would just use it to like incorporate it into the points that you're using. So like add an extra 5 points if it's going to be.
no, don't take our points. Just free shipping.
Well, free shipping, of course, but if they were going to charge for shipping, I'd rather them just take the points. And just,
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree with you. Yeah, I do. Because Nintendo does a point system, right? And you can use certain points for like towards game purchases, and then certain ones are just for like I don't know, certain like online things type of thing. I've acquired so many of these Nintendo points over the years that I've never used. And finally, there was like a Zelda keychain or something like that came up.
It
And
would
I was
be a
like-
keychain.
And I
Did
was
you
like,
get it already?
no, I didn't end up getting it because I could have gotten it for free with my points. I have an abundance of these points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, sweet. Yeah, you get it for free with your points, but it's like $25 for shipping. I was like, it's a $10 keychain. Like, why am I going to spend 20? It's a $10 keychain that I'm getting for free. Why am I going to spend $25 on some shipping? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Really,
it would deter me from getting certain things on the MPN. Honestly,
I
it
would
really would.
I would hardly use. I mean, I would have to literally buy everything at the same time, and hopefully, shipping is smaller than me doing it piecemeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it clearly stopped me from getting the Zelda keychain. So it would stop me from.
I wouldn't use my points if it was like shipping $20. Everything
Yeah.
I bought, I was like,
For Nintendo, it's like the silver and the gold points or something like that. And gold ones you could use towards game, the silver ones you can't. I now got like 13,000 silver ones that I'll never use now, apparently, because I would have to pay shipping on anything that I get.
Mm-hmm. I think the golds expire too, so like,
They do, yeah. You got to use it within
I've
like
lost
6
all
months
mine.
or something. Oh no!
Yeah.
I hope MPN points don't expire because I'm saving mine for as long as possible until we maybe get some exclusives and stuff like that. But overall, I think it's a great way to actually entice more people to play. More
Absolutely.
stores to host events, everything. Honestly, just get people involved. Pretty much, I think it's a great idea.
similar to towers, in my opinion, it gives you direction, being like, okay, I can obtain more of these points, and if there's something really cool on there that you want to get, then you can get it through your points.
And even like Deadly was saying, like just by him having points, he might buy something. I'm just going to say stupid. I know that's not the right word.
Something you wouldn't have normally be. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So he might buy like the Fresno Nightcrawler sweatpants, like the example he said. And then that might bring up, what are you wearing in conversation? And
I'll
now,
be like, don't worry about it.
but now,
what are you wearing, Deadly?
So for me, I said earlier, like even I would get some of the swag. I would get the hats. I would get some of the shirts that they have, the Nightfall hoodies. And people ask all the time, like when I wear like my Frogman shirt, they're like, "Yo, that's cool. What is that thing?" It would just bring up more conversation and again just help advertise the game for them. So I think overall there's nothing like everything's positive about this in my opinion. The only thing I'm worried about is how much money they're giving away and when is that going to run out.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I don't
what
know.
what are their intentions with that? It's like they're giving the people that are winning stuff that they don't need. in a way. Like, I don't know.
But it's like I don't know. But so that is different than just like giving away for a tournament. I feel. I mean, it's similar, but I think that is enticing more people to host events and have more traction. Like the tower tournaments are just like a mass cash infusion into somebody. And like whoever likes Metazoo now is getting the benefits, is reaping the benefits of liking Metazoo when it started. Mm-hmm. This is more insidious, and it's going to build over time. And like, who knows how easily? I mean, I guess they did have something that came out how easily you get the points. But also, I want to add, what if you can redeem points online? What if this is transferable to their online client, where then you can buy packs or you can buy online products and things like that?
That would be pretty cool.
That's what I was thinking.
Cool, integrate. Yeah, no, that would be awesome because we're going to need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be huge.
That would be huge.
And that would be no loss of real money to them at all.
No, exactly. No, I think that Deadly, you should get a job with Metazoo. That might be the best idea you've ever came up with.
Don't worry, I've been giving out ideas my entire life. Any benefits any of them.
No, I really genuinely like that. And if anybody from Metazoo ever watches this, please pick up that idea because that was a good one. Yeah.
Don't worry, they were already going to do it.
Dude, with my luck, too, it's going to be something like we get that online client. We have to rip some packs and stuff like that. We need to use the code cards and blah, 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 blah. And I, like, won't get some basic – I won't have, like – I don't know, like, again, just for shit. I won't have a Quetz or something like that. Like, I'll have 2 Quetz, and I'm ripping freaking packs, and I need 2 more Quetzes or something. Mm. It's going to be, like, something stupid like that I feel like is going to happen to me personally. My luck. That's just how it is, you know? Where I'm going to need extra packs, I feel like.
You're just going to get banned from the online client. Yeah.
It's cards like we've owned for years already, and we're not going to be able to get them online. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I scan it?
It's like I got 30 decks built with these cards in them. I need this. I can't get a Chaos Crystal. And I wonder how that's going to work with like reserve lists too. Like they said they're going to keep it the same rarity, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty insane. That's pretty insane to me.
Yep. Same print runs, same rarities, everything. Yeah. Which means that they're not going to take an approach where like you start playing on the client, and then everybody gets a handful of packs from the base set or something, right? Eventually, those packs are going to run out.
So what are the chances the client will even be ready? I feel like there would already be a beta if it's coming out in a few months with War.
They announced that they were going to have people testers as the beta.
So that depends on your score as well on the MPN and everything like that.
Who knows where the beta is in the testing? Like they just made a comment about it.
But my thing was, did we officially get announced like that's when it's going to be releasing, or is that just when they said they were going to be releasing code cards?
The roadmap had said that War's going to have. Well, we know that War's going to have the code cards. That's been confirmed. The roadmap says the month after War is the client.
Okay.
So I think that's September.
So I will say, from everything that I've seen with like the MPN and the development and like the changes that they're making on the MPN, they're kind of restoring some hope for me. The way there are some glitches still. For example, like if I was to go to an LGS, there's a section for like the organizer to search for an email address to add people to the event. If you search my email address, it doesn't pop up. I have to like manually go in and sign up for the event. And apparently that happens to like multiple people. It's like a common thing that's happening. So there are some glitches on the website and everything like that. But overall, like it's overall impressing me compared to the way the old MPN was and things like that. And I feel like we're very much moving in the right direction. And they're kind of surprising me, honestly. So I feel like there's a lot of potential that it could be out in time.
With the adding of cards, with the deck builder in there and the MPN points, those are 2 huge, moves in the right direction for that whole platform. That is, when they came out with the cards, I was actually very impressed. I didn't, vocalize it, but that was like, I was like, all right, cool. So you don't need like 2 different platforms. You got this for playing, this for doing card stuff. And then for them to just roll out this NPM point thing, I mean, that makes, me feel like it's becoming more legitimate.
Yeah.
Spending time and effort focused in on that specific thing rather than.
Yeah, we don't need any more skateboards. Let's get some gameplay and stuff. Let's get it all settled and worked on, and make some people that are already in the community happy. But yeah, honestly, this website has been giving me hope. Let's just put it that way. It's been really giving me hope. So
the same people building the website are the same people working on the client too. So it's likely
that's why I'm very hopeful about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what they're doing now likely is going to integrate into the client. So building your deck, import it into the game.
Yeah.
And it's a good team of people from the people that I know that are working on it. So.
I do agree that I
don't think it's going to.
I think it
That's
will.
me being hopeful, but I really don't think it's going to be like TTS. TTS is just. You do think it is?
I do. So I think it's been mentioned that it's going to be closer to TTS already.
But
it's just like.
Here's my thing with that. Before you even finish here, Ian, with TTS, nothing does anything automatically.
Nope.
You have to calculate stuff in your head.
Yep. And
we have to guess sometimes about interactions that even MZOs don't know the answer to.
Yes.
So the client was supposed to kind of clear all that up, and like the way the Pokemon apps are, where like you just do this, click this, and it automatically gives you the options that are available. You can't do anything that's not available.
Yep.
And if you attack, it just automatically Terra or Advantage. It just automatically should do that for you.
Yep.
TTS style does not do any of that. We might as well just stick to TTS then.
No, I don't. I think some of it will be automated. I think there are going to be basic things that are going to be properly built. Basic things.
Better shuffling.
Better shuffling, drawing 7 cards to start, etc. Mulligan baked in, that kind of stuff. I don't think that, given the timelines that we know that Cardio's been working on it, they're going to be able to successfully program in certain interactions, especially if the print runs of all the cards need to be the same, and they're going to release, the digital cards day one, all of them. Let's say Beast to Boost Go, right? So I think that there's going to be basic functionality of how to play the game automated, but a lot of it is going to be like calculating things. I imagine is going to be manual still, or certain interactions are still going to be manual, and maybe they can do some big, but
so here's,
I know
here's something
okay,
all right, let's hear it.
But I do think that over time those interactions will be programmed in. So I think the initial release is going to be very TTS-like with some basic automations. And then over time, it's going to advance into, okay, let's actually program these interactions in.
So I don't like how in like TTS and stuff like that, they have like the counter for burn and stuff like that, right? It's on like the little scoreboard thing, the same way it's on like the Caster Society app when you're keeping score.
Yep.
But on TTS, it obviously knows like, not knows, and not in TTS, but like in this app, let's just say, I feel like it would know if you're attacking.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to add all my burn damage. Like it should automatically, every time I attack, it should automatically be added and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like there's some things, because we forget to do that in TTS sometimes and things like that. Even in person, like we forget to do some of those things. And I feel like, again, the app should have been, and again, my other thing too is like, I learned how to play the Pokemon game through Pokemon TCGO. That's how I learned how to play. If the app did things for people, it would be easier for new players to understand the game and how the cards work and how you're supposed to, I can't even do this right now. It's not even allowed right now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
but this just leaves us like
So-
me and Deadly were playing games with both New Year's and New Beginnings in our like the app shouldn't allow that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that.
Yep. That stuff is easy to program in. Burn reacts the same way no matter what, right?
But if it's like TTS, it won't be. That's my thing.
It's not going to be 100% TTS. There's basic functionalities that they can program in. Burn always works the same. Poison always works the same, right? You can program that stuff in. But your card interaction between, I don't know, Grafton Monster and whatever can affect Grafton Monster, right? Might not be as easily programmable because that's every card. Grafton Monster needs to know about every card that cannot interact with it, right? So I would expect that not to be part of day one, but it could easily be done after the fact in another release.
Okay, no, I get what you're saying.
Iterative development. You know, the get the basics out there. Get card drawing. Get burn. Get poison. Get those easy. This will always work the same functionalities in.
It's not what I want, but I mean,
I know it's not what anyone's going to want.
Yeah, it's not what I want, but I mean,
but I do feel like we need to set better expectations of what the initial release of this is going to be.
It's going to be shit, according to you.
It's going to be bad. It is going to be bad.
So.
It's no, 100%. It's going to be buggy.
Is it better to come out with something that is not completed, or like and have it out early?
I'd rather have them delay and just have basic functionality.
I would say,
but yeah, if people are coming into this with the expectation that it's going to be Pokemon TCG Online, they're going to be severely disappointed.
Yeah.
And already.
But yeah, so with what Joker said, how big is the team? How long have they worked on the online game, and how much experience do they have on it? Right. So you know you have to think about the team that's working on it, their experience, and how long they've had. Yu-Gi-Oh has a massive amount of resources that they can throw at an online game like that.
Yeah.
Software developer. So like, I have this is the kind of stuff I deal with on a day-to-day is, what can we get done with the resources we have, and then, setting those expectations of the client. And I feel like there hasn't been expectations necessarily set from Metazoo on what this client is going to entail. But my feeling is, given the resources that I know about that they have, they're not going to have a fully fledged, Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon client.
And there's going to be somebody always.
I'm gonna ask a question, and I have a feeling that your answer is going to piss me off.
Always.
Do you think it will be an app, as in we could download it on our phone and tablet?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's going to be like how Pokemon TCGO was, where it has to be on like a computer?
It's both
and stuff, or like TTS. It's really on it. It's really only on a computer.
Let me ask you this one.
No, if it's both like that, like if it could be on a computer and your phone, I'm totally cool with that.
It's a JavaScript React Native app.
Well, then what about let's all not forget about the Cash Society app. It just destroyed your battery.
Oh my gosh, my phone's 300 degrees after one match, dude. It's wild.
Let's hope
that thing is not optimized. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that app. It melts my phone case once a week.
I wouldn't expect the first version of this, because software development, you're not going to focus immediately on battery life and performance and all that. You're going to focus on let's get them.
Well, that Caster Society app has been out a year now, and they still don't give a fuck apparently. So I mean,
well, they probably have other things.
But every time you open it up, they advertise shop at their store. Though they made sure that happens.
That's what's draining the battery.
Yeah, I don't know, but I hope it's not as TTS-y as I'm thinking it's going to be now. That's got me upset. That's got me upset. You think it will be?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's got me upset.
Why?
I've said why.
Does not like TTS.
Doesn't like TTS.
No, but I want the interactions to be programmed in, and like I would rather them delay it the way we said already.
Yeah,
because it's gonna fuck people up, and new people coming into the game are going to not learn the game correctly.
That's the difference between getting a client now and getting a client in 2 to 3 more years.
Yeah.
They
I
bite off
don't think
a-
it would. I don't think it would take that long personally, but I mean, I don't know shit about shit. So, but if they're able to get it out in like this amount of time, why can't they just take a few more months and make it better? That's my, you know what I mean? I don't know. But
you are the clients I hate working with.
I mean, we're paying you money, aren't we? Just do your fucking job. um, but no, I think it's also interesting. Change the topic again, real quick, and then we'll probably end the episode. But I think it's interesting. We're doing a lot of work and talk about this online client, and nobody's mentioning or anything about the shorts anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about the shorts in probably 9 months.
What shorts?
Exactly. Like, are they still happening? Like the TCG, the client, it's happening. The online client, it's happening. We know that now. But we got announced like an animator and a public, whatever it is, and we haven't heard anything.
Yeah,
No
and
updates.
there was announcements that there were supposed to be open auditions for community members, and then it never happened.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that still? Do we know if that's still in the works? Is that canceled? Is that like what's up with that?
Theoretically, the scripts are written. We've seen a screenshot of at least the front pages of all of the scripts, which we could glean some of the names from. So, like Flatwoods Monster is going to be one of them. I think Mothman was another. All the main beasties from Cryptid Nation. But yeah, we haven't heard anything about the auditions. From the people that I talk to, they haven't had a chance to audition. So
Now,
that we know of.
do you still think they're going to host auditions open to community members, or you think they're going to hire some professionals? No offense to anybody in the community.
Yes, to both. They have to. At this point, no. Well, first of all, they have a problem with overpromising and under delivering. Right. That would be huge, especially for some of the people that are really looking forward to having the chance to audition. Even if they don't get it, they should get the chance, right? And if they want to back out of that, the best choice they have is video auditions that they never look at.
I was just gonna say, what if they hold auditions and not a single, like they only hire professionals?
Yeah, well, that in my opinion,
I think they
that
should
is the way to go.
In my opinion, it is as well.
I think it's great to offer that to the community, but with how important the project is, and I'm not saying anything against anyone in the community.
I agree.
I'm not saying against anything against Treventic and Harley, who might take offense to me saying this. It's safer to go with people that have a lot of experience when you're basically riding the future of the company on the IP more than
the first impression.
Yeah. That's not to say that I don't think people in the community could do the job. Mm-hmm. There are probably people that are qualified in the community that are going to audition well, and I hope they do and get it. But it's risky to say, "Hey, we're going to choose members from the community to voice these characters." What I could see them doing instead is choosing community members for either very small parts or strictly for the shorts and not the main show.
Cutthroat said, this is an interesting take too. There's a chance that it'll be minimally voiced, if at all. Nope, my bad. I didn't mean to click on that tree.
It's done in Witcher style where everybody just goes around grunting.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, we don't know how beasties don't speak English, do they? Like, you're not talking. Like, are you talking to your dingbell? Like, yo, what's up, dingbell?
Wait,
you know what I mean?
Here's the question. Wasn't Mothman talking to Ingrid Cold in like the first?
No, opposite. Ingrid was talking to Martha, and he's like, "My old friend."
Yeah.
Oh, it's been 500 years, buddy. We're here again. But it was Ingrid Cold talking. Yeah.
Yeah. Love speaks.
Yeah. The Witcher grunting. That's great. Um, but we do know the animation studio. It's the same people who actually made, which I think is kind of cool. So I was obsessed with, and I still enjoy very much playing Monster Hunter games. So Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch, Monster Hunter World on PC or PS5, PS4. And there was a Monster Hunter kind of like short film movie, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. That came out on Netflix.
I'm sorry.
Ding, ding, ding. That's great. But honestly, that's where I was going with that. You already knew, like Pokemon, how they just kind of like say their thing. Yeah.
Dang.
But the animation studio that is making the Metazoo shorts, from what they announced anyway, who knows, everything changes all the time. It's the same studio that made it's like a 45-minute to an hour long like short movie for Monster Hunter on Netflix. That's a Netflix original, and it is very professionally made. Like it looks like Illumination Studios or Pixar or like one of those like real top-notch quality.
Did it have a lot of grunting and little voice acting?
Had real voice actors and full dialogue and everything. Yeah, there was like a plot and everything, you know. So to my knowledge, that's not what's happening with these. To my knowledge, they're shorts, as in like 5 minutes or less, probably even less. Almost like the Pixar things that we used to see in the beginning of movies, like those little shorts.
Yep.
Something like that. That's what I'm picturing is going to be happening for Metazoo. But yeah, I just think it's weird that we haven't heard anything about it in like literally close to a year now or something.
It's been less than a year.
Less than a year, but
It's maybe been a month since we saw that the scripts were done, and probably 4 months or so since they talked about Audition.
okay.
It was beginning of the year, definitely.
But I think it was before the end of the year that they announced like the studio that was making it and stuff. It was like
Pure imagination.
I think it was like October or something like that when they announced that, which is like 9 months ago now, 8 months ago. So yeah, it's a little just weird to me. But anyway, Deadly, you look like you're lost this whole episode.
I don't remember half of shit.
Is there anything, Deadly, you want to talk about before we close out?
I look forward to the shorts. I was actually excited for that. I was a big advocate for this game being like, pushing it to the next level if they actually came out with their show. If they came out with some animated series in which kids are a different group of people. Maybe they don't even like the card games. They wanna play. They want to watch the show. It would open a lot of doors.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely still heavily excited and would push for that. Take everything away and focus on 3 things, and that being one of them: gameplay, and then I guess the actual card sets coming out.
Yeah.
And the book, I guess the book's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
I like the book too. Yeah, it's a good idea.
With that leather backed.
So when are you going to start practicing for towers here, Deadly?
I mean, I'm just waiting on Mike.
Well, your team is waiting on you. Okay, so everybody was there. Everybody was there but you, Deadly.
What do you, okay.
Everybody was there but you.
What are you even practicing without knowing the format?
That's what I'm saying.
So
Speculation.
Yeah.
At best.
We'd rather be prepared. Like, you know what I mean?
Which is fine. It's just.
So we're practicing with 5 Terras that we think are going to be active. There's a possibility like 1 or 2 or 3 maybe at most won't be active, but we're choosing the 5 that we chose from our episode last week. You know?
Right.
So we're just running with those for now. Odds are at least one of them will be different. The way Matrata put it in the team chat was they like to throw some flavor in there. I don't like his choice of words with that, but anyway, it's been a thing all week. But yeah, so it's gonna be somewhere close to that, at least. You know what I mean? So you might as well just start practicing now. You know what I mean? And you might just have to adjust one or two things. You know what I mean?
And me and Frozen were
It
practicing.
will still give you an idea on how to counter things, at least. You know what I mean? Like, there's always something that you could gain from practicing. Always. But by not practicing, you're just gaining nothing. You're now falling behind on the people who
Peace of mind.
are practicing. Yeah, you don't have that either. So so Deadly, show up to practice. I'm calling you out here. Show up to practice. Ian, say your closing piece. Let us know where we could watch your old videos.
What do you mean my old video? Watch my new stuff. Who cares about the old
you're
stuff?
making new stuff? I didn't even know.
You're the worst.
I didn't even know.
Go to Cardboard and Coffee. Logo's somewhere on that side. I'm too lazy to actually look right now. Yeah, obviously. So, for those that don't know, I recently put out a video entitled "I'm Sorry." That basically
You are sorry.
I'm a little sorry. I am. That talks about me not doing Metazoo news updates anymore. Basically, yeah, just kind of not happy with how the company's been going the last couple months. More specifically, again, the overpromising, under-delivering, and felt that I was, just helping get out that bad information. But taking a step back from the Metazoo news stuff, but we'll be doing other things, covering other games, Legions of Will, Rise, Backrooms TCG. I'm going to be doing an opening for Booster Brat, and I think I'm going to start putting together some stuff for Nom Nom, which is going to be releasing in, well, the Kickstarter is going to be going live in September. Nom Nom. Nom Nom. So
I'm real excited for Nom Nom. I just want to say that.
For those
for it.
For those that like the original Victor art, Nom Nom is your next best thing. Victor's the creator. There's a number of people that you'll be familiar with from the community as part of that team. So, I'm gonna start kind of figuring out what I want to cover for that leading into the Kickstarter.
Real excited for that one. Yeah, I'm hoping to be a part of that one as well with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screw Deadly. He's not invited.
Wait, why?
Yeah. I don't like him.
All right. I can live with that.
Plain and simple, cut and dry, So I said it earlier in the episode, guys. We are hosting in our Discord, which there's a link to our Discord in the description. Every Friday night from now on, we are hosting a Learn to Play event. So it is on the MPN. It is a physical event on our Discord, but physical as in you need cards to play. It's not on TTS. So you could use your phone, you could use a webcam. There's different ways to participate, but you do need a deck built to play. If you don't have a deck and you just want to learn how to play, you don't need to sign up on the MPN. Just come into the Discord. It's in the Gameplay 1 channel. Just come watch some games, ask some questions, learn how to play. But if you have a deck, even if it's a theme deck or a release event deck, it doesn't matter. If you got a deck built, come out, play it. We'll teach you how to play it. We'll teach you the fundamentals of the game. And it's on the MPN, so it will count towards your score, as I found out and lost against Cutthroat this week and dropped tremendously in the rankings.
Moved him up.
What were we going to say? What were you going to say, Ian?
There's something huge that I just realized as I was looking at the Flame Tower dates.
Uh-oh.
What date was the Flame Tower moved to?
28th, 30th?
Of what month?
July.
Flame was supposed to be in June.
It was, yeah.
I didn't realize it was pushed an entire month.
Yeah.
We did a whole episode on this last week.
Yeah,
Did we? Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
We did a whole episode on the information we knew on Flame Tower, and that was like...
I thought we were like 3 weeks away from Flame. We're a month away from Flame.
No.
We're like 6 weeks away from it.
Oh, yeah, 6 weeks away. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, which
Okay,
is why I want to know the Terras.
To be fair, I was checked out of Metazoo last week for the last month. So that's not being fair. That's just
Are you
an
back?
excuse.
Are you back checked in?
I'm back checked in.
Okay.
And now I'm in awe that they moved it an entire month, and not even just an
Yeah.
entire month, to the last possible weekend of that
Yeah.
month.
Yeah. Yep. We just need to know venue and Terras. That's it.
I'll take Terras right now.
Yeah, true. True. Let's just start practicing.
So wait, but what does that mean for Lightning?
Screw lightning. It's probably not happening. That's what that means.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So hold on. Kansas City Collecticon.
It's supposed to be there, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, it's not, because they said the next one is
Exactly. Yeah.
Flame.
They said the next one is Flame. Yep.
And Kansas City Collecticon.
So Lightning is probably most likely canceled again. So
July 15th and 16th.
our podcast title was right. We were not clickbaiting.
That's amazing.
We knew it.
I'm very disheartened. Also, not at all unhappy with my decision to stop covering Metazoo.
Recover it next week. Recover it the next week after. Anything I'm saying creditable? I don't know, but here it is.
I gotta cover this logo.
But you did say also that you were going to potentially do like conventions and things like that still, and you still would
Not
potentially
Lightning.
Not Lightning apparently, no. But you said you would still make some Metazoo videos, but just not timely and not at your own pace. What you feel you want to do.
Yeah.
You said you want to take a more creative approach
now,
instead of a being rushed to get out information that's probably not accurate anyway. It was accurate for a while. I feel like they kind of got worse and worse with that. Yeah.
It all fell apart with Orlando Collecticon.
Just keep doing shorts every week. Just be like, Keychains, still waiting.
Make the Arby's video. Make the Arby's video.
I gotta cover that logo.
Arby's.
Just make the Arby's video.
Why do you have to cover
look at this logo instead.
So I don't know if you noticed, but my I'm sorry video, I had to blur out the Immortal Workshop logo.
Because he's not sorry.
No. Wow. Mike got pissed off that there was a negative video with a partner
logo on it. Yeah.
So I'm not allowed to speak negative.
Have Immortal's name on it.
Yeah. So I better put a new background up.
Immortal.
John, we love you.
I'm not gonna be nice.
John just gets blowback. Sorry, John.
I mean, I got no hate towards Metazoo, honestly. Like there's things that annoy me and there's things I wish they did better. I got no hate towards them. If I'm talking shit, it's constructive criticism, honestly. Like, I just want the game to succeed. I do talk a lot of shit, but I just want the game to succeed. I love the game, personally. So when you hear me talk shit, it's out of love, honestly. Like, for real. I'm not just saying that to say that. It's because I want the game to do well and I want to continue to play it. Yeah. It's not just because I want to be an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I do think that they all mean well and they're doing their best.
I agree with that, too.
Situations that arise that are outside of their control for the most part. I disagree with my statement there in the case of things like the water tower packs, the earth tower packs, and just general communication around that kind of stuff, which is what really kind of set me on the course that I'm at.
Yeah. So. Well, we got severely sidetracked.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So, Learn to Play event in our Discord. Come join. Sign up. Learn to Play. Again, if there's not a link to the MPN in our event and stuff like that, I'll add it after this live stream is done, so it'll be up there for people watching at a later time. But every Friday, Learn to Play event. Friday nights, 9. I put it for 9:15 p.m., but I want to get started around 9 p.m. Every time I put 9 p.m., it doesn't happen until 9:15. So figured I'd give some people some more buffer room. 9:15 now. Yeah, come play. And again, our podcast is sponsored by Immortal Workshop. If you're shopping for Metazoo product, shop at Immortal Workshop. There's an affiliate link in the description below. So yeah, you get a nice little discount there and give me and Deadly a little return, basically. And lastly, if you are into Metazoo, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching this podcast, please check out the Metazoo Archives. That link is also attached in the description below. And that's just a website for literally anything Metazoo related. You can find out information about the sets, information about big tournaments and the tower events and things like that. When you could possibly be expecting new sets, anything you could possibly think of, there's pretty much an article out there for. I just found out recently that the set lists are up there, so I can know if I have the full hollow version in my deck or not, or things like that. I want to make sure my deck is blinged out, so I needed a sheet to reference, and Cutthroat sent me a link straight to the archives that had it for me. So there's literally possibly anything you could think of on that website. Please go check it out. Support all the work that Cutthroat Pie is doing. He's doing the most. He deserves a medal card. But with that, I got nothing else. Ian and I did a pack opening last night for a totally different game. If you're into other TCGs, maybe check out the video that is on either one of our channels. That's a crazy pull that Ian had last night. But yeah, we were doing pack opening, pack battle for Legions of Will. So yeah, if you're into other TCGs, check out both of our, channels for some other TCG content, and you can look forward to more of that in the future as well. And on that note, I think we are good for tonight. Anybody have anything else they want to say? Deadly, Ian?
I love you.
Support Make a Wish, and we will catch you next time, guys.